Hey, how's it going, guys? What up? I am here to rap about blockchain. Or I can just kick freestyles about anything you want. No, I'm kidding. I could do that too, but I'm actually here to talk to you about Everipedia. That's my company. I wanted to give you a bit of information about what we're trying to do, how it started, and where we are taking it. So Everipedia started in 2015. Originally, the vision was we wanted to build the better version of Wikipedia. The inspiration for Everipedia, I didn't build it, but I guess I was kind of like the inspiration for it. My last company that I started is called Genius. And Genius is a wiki site that tells you the meaning of lyrics. So you can look up the lyrics to any song, and the whole community, and sometimes even the artist who wrote it, tell you what the meaning of the song is. So there was this young, very smart guy who was a senior at UCLA in 2014. His name is Sam Kazemian. And he was working with an exchange student from Sweden named Theodore Forselius. So these guys were like, yo, how come when I want to know the meaning to Kendrick Lamar's song, I can go on Genius and this community tells me the meaning, but then when I go on Wikipedia, instead of using like this fancy Web 2.0 software, I'm just using the same software that's existed since 2001. So they basically wanted to build the Genius version of Wikipedia, like the fancy, like Instagram, sexy version with celebrities on it and all kinds of things. And then I was giving a talk at UCLA right when they had finished building it. So they came to my talk and they showed me my Everipedia page, which is basically like the story of my life. I got really, really excited because my dream my entire life had been to have a Wikipedia page. And someone actually made me one. In 2013, someone sat and made a Wikipedia page about me, and Wikipedia deleted it. They said that I'm not notable enough to have a page. So that always just like really, really pissed me off, and I hadn't forgotten about it. And this was 2 years later. Sam comes to me at my talk, and he's like, hey, check it out. This is your Everipedia page. It's, you know, I made it. It's like your Wikipedia page. And I was just like, this is awesome, because if I wanted a Wikipedia page, and you know, I think I deserve it, but they wouldn't let me have one, then there's probably millions of people who are in the same boat as I am. And sure enough, like, you know, I've been chilling backstage here at Block to the Future, and I already met an attorney, a founder, a startup that are, I'm sure, getting a lot of Google searches. There's probably even people Google searching for their Wikipedia page, but they don't have a Wikipedia page. And you've got these other sites out there like Crunchbase. There's a site called Famous Birthdays. These sites that kind of try to fill in the gaps. But the reason we don't like those is because you can't rabbit hole. Like the idea is, I'm not on Wikipedia, right? But like you go to my Everipedia page, and then it's like, hey, he was born in Los Angeles, California. And then you click on Los Angeles, California, and then it takes you to the Wikipedia page of Los Angeles, California, which tells you the whole history of the city. So it's like the rabbit hole effect, where once you find out about me, and then if you want to find out about anything about me, you can click on the links, and it takes you into the other pages. So the rabbit hole is what we were after. So fast forward 2 years, we took Everipedia, and we made it into one of the 1,000 biggest sites on the internet. And we raised about $1 million in doing so. And then we met with DNA and Block One, and they said, why don't you guys tokenize Wikipedia? And we had been talking to Larry Sanger, who you guys already saw. He's the co-founder of Wikipedia, and now he's the Everipedia Chief Information Officer. And we'd been talking to him about the site for a while. He was really into the idea of us making a better Wikipedia. But this was what we told him that made him decide he wants to join us full time. Because he said that this is the vision that he had for Wikipedia from day one. Like when they built Wikipedia, the original vision was, what if we could create a knowledge platform that everyone is building and everyone owns? But there was no technology to do it back then, right? So what they ended up doing was making it into a nonprofit. They're like, if everyone can't own it, let's just make it so that nobody owns it. And that's cool, because at least they don't have the Facebook problem where, like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg is making tens of billions off of all of the victims. But it creates other problems. Like one problem with Wikipedia is it's a nonprofit, right? So the volunteers aren't getting paid. But the way that they get compensated is that they get to like feel powerful. So Wikipedia doesn't really have a constitution. That's another thing that really bothers Wiki. Wikipedia kind of functions the way that Islam functions. Like in Islam, if you want to know the answer to a legal conflict, you just go to a mullah, and the mullah tells you whatever he wants to tell you. And there's no bright line rules. There's no constitution. So that's kind of how Wikipedia is. Wikipedia, instead of the mullah, you go to the moderator, and the moderator just makes his call, and that's it. So we think that there could be a much, much better system. And by opening it up like this and having more constitutional, token-based, ownership-based Wikipedia, we think it's also going to open the door for women and a lot of groups that aren't accurately represented on Wikipedia to get into it too. For example, interesting factoid about Everipedia. Our top performing page of all time is a woman of color. Her name is Cardi B. She's a huge rapper. And believe it or not, she was already famous for years before she had a Wikipedia page. Everyone was coming to her Everipedia. We got her a verified account. She corrected her age on our site. It's the bomb. Come to our site, get an invite from me, make yourself a wiki page, an Everipedia page, and I promise you your great-great-grandchildren will be reading it after you are long, long gone from this mortal flesh. Amen.